Last video I discussed blood type and how it actually works for your workout. There's over 300 different blood types, but there's 4 different sections, and I'd break it down into this test online. You guys could look it up and look up the tests. I'm dropping things everywhere, but you can look up the tests online and you can get the test from Amazon and do it yourself. It's really not that difficult. But today I want to discuss your different blood type, what you should eat, what you should stay away from for all your different blood types, and more importantly, how you should work out for your blood type. Just want to say, one blood type doesn't mean you're more superior than somebody else. You just need to make sure that you're doing the right thing for your blood type. Let's discuss it. Now, I know a lot of times you guys look it up online and people are always saying, you should eat this, you should take this, you should take that. And they always say something about this one key word, everybody always say genetics. It all depends on your genetics. But they never seem to actually explain it. But one thing you guys should understand is your blood type is part of your genetics. And that's what a lot of people is not telling you. So there's a lot of ways you could go about finding out what your genetics is. You could talk to your mom and dad, or you could look up your blood work. But just by doing your own blood test at home, you could narrow it down to about 95% to try to help you guys out to know how you should work out and how you should not, what you should eat and what you should not eat. The principle is very simple though. Your blood type determines who you are and what you need for your body. It also determines the food that you should eat. It also determines your stress level. Because if you're a type O, and the reason why I say that, it depends on your blood type. One is not better than the other. Because if you're a type O, you need workout to manage your stress. But if you're a type B, your stress, your cortisol level is higher. So just by having a higher cortisol level, you're going to stress more. But I will dive into it and explain it some more. One thing everybody should also know too, if you're a type AB, this one right here, I didn't really touch on this too much last week. You're more susceptible to type 2 diabetes. This is one that is definitely more susceptible to type 2 diabetes. So everyone, none of them is perfect, but you have to know which one you need to do for your workout. Now, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna put it up on the screen and I'll dive into them one by one. So let's start with A. Type A. All right, so the first thing I would say is perfectionist. Let me just back it up. A lot of times people will look up and they will think about people's zodiac sign. I'm gonna date this person because they're Gemini or they're Libra. I get along better with Libra. I get along better with Gemini, for whatever the reason is. But when it comes down to it and you get older in life and you're trying to find somebody to have a child with or marry and you don't want a health condition, that's when you need to forget about the zodiac sign and start looking at their blood type, because that's going to determine the health condition, the insurance, your kid's health condition, everything that's going to happen in your life and what you got to deal with as a couple. So when it comes to type A blood type, they are perfectionists. It's one thing I can say, and it's really not a bad thing. But when it comes to like overtraining, they are known for overtraining. Those type of blood types are known for overtraining because that's how they deal with their stress levels. So they need a lot of meditation. So anything that can help them meditate, they really stick with it a lot, like even therapy. They need that in their life because that's how they deal with it. Now there's other signs that have stress levels, but when it comes to type A, they're over perfectionists, so they do everything to a perfect. It's almost like an OCD, But yeah, those people, they need like a vegetarian diet, so they don't have to eat meat. And I know a lot of times you guys hear about certain people saying, well, I don't eat meat and I'm fine and I'm growing. And that most times, those are type A. It works better for them not to eat meat and be on a vegetarian diet. So yes, you can do extra workout and you can do heavy training, but try not to overdo it. Because as I said last week, your cortisol level will increase And you guys just tend to, have more aches and pains, especially knee pains, aches and pains more than any other sign. So just be careful. Type B. Now, if your blood type is B, balance is the key. Balance to everything. Balance in your relationship. You hate changes. You'll stay on a job for almost like for the rest of your life. You hate changes, and you're not a team player, but you think very well and you adapt to anything that's going on in your life. Whatever it is, you're a quick adapter to anything that's going on in your life, but you guys are not team players. You do not want to break up with somebody who is a type B. It's the worst mistake. But one thing everybody should know is I talk about they travel in packs, because that's how they love their friends. Their friends, somebody could do them wrong, and it feels like I'm reading a horoscope. That's what it's starting to feel like. Like all of these blood types is like a horoscope, like a zodiac sign type of thing. But yeah, they love to travel in packs. That's one thing. And they could eat almost anything. Lactose intolerant, most type Bs, they're not. They're not lactose. They could eat anything. No matter what it is, they could eat it and get away with it. Either in their workout or in their dietary program, they could get away with eating anything. But they are definitely not team players. Type AB. Now, it's a hybrid. It's a mixture of A and B, as you could imagine. So the cortisol level is high, the stress level is high. They need to be in a group. So it's a mixture of both signs. They could definitely deal with anything, but the stress level, because they're a mixture, the stress level on an AB person is very, very high. So, you just want to make sure you balance everything in your life. Whether it's a bad relationship, you probably want to get back with the person and it's not a good situation. You still want to hang out with people that you don't need to hang out with. You hate to giving up on people. You always want to be there for somebody. You know what? It's definitely starting to feel like I'm reading a horoscope. Yeah, this is definitely sound like a zodiac sign. But yeah, that's type AB. It's very simple. It's just a breakdown of A and B mixed together. So you just want to make sure that you're meditating, you're going for your walk. You can do any workout that you want to do, but you got to remember, just like an A, your cortisol level and your muscle aches and your knee aches is going to be multiplied because you're a mixture. So type O, and this is my blood type. So I know a lot about it. This is how we deal with stress. We also need to, follow a routine. So when you go to the gym, they're more focused in the gym and focus on their workout. It's not so much of what we do. We have to actually do it consistently. So it's doing it over and over and over again to make sure that we almost perfect it, but we'll never get there. So we just keep on doing it over and over again. We don't have to, the way we deal with stress, and our cortisol level is actually lower than the A, but the way we deal with stress is finding something that we love and just putting all your energy into it. Whether it's working out or cycling or whatever it is, that's how we actually deal with stress. So, but one thing I would also say though, now, as I said earlier, there's no superior blood type. That is impossible. Each one of these have its own drawback. So one thing everybody should know, ladies, if you're a type B, you are more fertile. So you get pregnant more easier than if you're a type O. It's just the way your blood type works out. And I know it's like everybody gonna look at their zodiac sign when they're picking somebody. Oh, I get along with Gemini better than I do Capricorns. But when it comes to building a family and living a healthy life, you got to know somebody's blood type. Because if you're an AB and your partner is an AB, but you're a Cancer, he a Gemini, and you just automatically think that it's gonna work, it's not. It's not about what's going on with you today. It's about the health risks for your kids. And later on, when you reach in your 50s and 60s, all the health issues that you're gonna have. So that's why I think it's very important. If you can avoid, sometimes you just fall in love. Love is love, but one thing you should always look at is the person's blood type to determine whether or not you should have kids or you shouldn't have kids, or if you could deal with the financial situation or the medical bills that might occur. but no signs are perfect. Everyone had their drawback. The stress levels are for A, you know, but B doesn't have to deal with it. But hybrid, the A, B have to deal with all of it. So just be careful of how you work out. It's not just about running up to somebody in the gym, seeing they do something that looks good and said, I'm gonna automatically adapt that. Yes, you could try it once or twice, but you gotta get back to what you need to do for you to live a healthier life. Because you don't know if the person is taking supplements or they're taking drugs to maximize what they're actually doing. But if you want to do it healthy and you're just taking regular supplements or just eating regular food and you push your body too hard, like for instance the type A, and now your stress level is elevated and your muscle aches is elevated, then you're screwed. So be careful what you do, learn your blood type, learn your body. I made this channel so I could explain them that everybody knows the importance of making sure that you're taking the right supplements for your blood type and what you need to do and what you need to eat. Hope this makes sense to you guys. See you guys.